Baby, I know you gon' blame me for every problem. Now I know when everybody got some skeletons in their closet. Oh yeah, you always saying I don't love.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing something a little different, something that I've never done before. I made this wig, y'all, and I'm loving this hair. I have been wanting to do silver hair for so long, and I just haven't found the perfect hair to do it with, and I finally did it. Mind you guys, I am no hairstylist. This is not the perfect wig installation or whatever, but I think I did pretty good for it being my first time. Y'all, this hair is so long. Let me show you how it falls on me. So if I put it to the front, it's like down to my hips, and then towards the back it's like to my butt, like actually past my butt a little bit. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And other than that, let me just stop talking. Let's hop right into this video, because this video is going to be pretty long and detailed. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys thumbs up this tutorial if it was helpful. Make sure to subscribe if you guys are not already subscribed to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hey guys, and welcome back. So right now I have my dome cap on my styrofoam head. I just flipped the edges around on the dome cap just to make it a little tighter. So this is the frontal that I will be working with. I don't know the exact measurements. I know there are different types of like sizes, dimensions of the frontal, but I don't think that they gave me an option. They just sent me, I guess, I just told them to send me a frontal, and they just sent me, I guess, whatever they have. So I'm not really exactly sure what the measurements are, but it may just be the standard frontal, or you could, maybe it's like the ear-to-ear frontal. Yeah, they didn't really like give me an exact measurement on it. So okay, so here's the thing, you guys. So I didn't realize till later, with these types of frontals, you're, I guess, supposed to measure it to your head and then cut it. So that's why I'm looking a bit confused right now, because I'm like, how does this work? But I end up just using some wig pins and just pinning. That's what I'm using right now. And just pinning it side from ear to ear. I don't know how, you guys, but I made it happen. I made it happen without having to measure it to my head, and all of that. So right now I'm just pinning, excuse my hair, I look crazy, but right now I'm just pinning the other side right now. And so I'm just going to be taking thread and needle. I got these from Sally's as well. The thread that I have is, I think, just cotton. I know there's different types of thread, but if anyone's interested in knowing, this is cotton thread. And so basically I just wet the tip a little bit so it's like super like sharp, and I'll just stick it through the needle. The needle has like a small little oval hole that you can just pull it through, and then you basically just pull as much as you want. And you'll see right now that I'm going to do a pretty long piece, just because I'm going to need a lot of thread to sew. So after I've measured my length, I'm just going to cut it off and then tie it into a knot. So I'm going to tie it into a couple of knots, just because, you know, the bigger the knot is, the more secure your tracks are going to stay, because if it's not like a thick, if it's not a thick knot, it'll just slip right through. So I do knot it a couple times, and then I'm going to do it another time. It's so weird seeing my hands without any acrylics. Like, I'm literally always in acrylics, but yeah. So after I'm at my desired knot, I'm just going to, hurry up, Asia. I'm just going to cut off the excess string, like so. So the method of sewing I'm going to be doing is referred to a loop and pull. So for the first puncture, or when I first start a lace, a track, whatever, I'm just going to pull it through, right? And then I'm going to, for the next one, I'm going to poke it through the lace into the dome, as you'll see right now. And then as I'm pulling, you guys see it creates this huge hole, right? So I'm going to just tuck it under, just like how I did it. And then I'm just going to pull super duper tight, and that is what's going to create a knot. So I'm essentially going to be doing this loop and pull into the lace, into the dome, for the entire sew-in. And I'm assuming there's different types of ways you can sew it in. I've heard that you don't have to do the loop and pull through the entire head, but I just did it because I didn't want my tracks to fall out. So most of the videos are just going to be sped up because, you know, as you guys know, this is a very tedious process and it takes, you know, forever to do. Like literally it took me hours to do. So it is going to be sped up. So I hope that you guys are able to kind of follow along and see exactly how I'm installing it. But it's really simple, you guys. It's literally just poking it through, pulling it through the hole, and then just securing it and making sure that it's really tight. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm just going to sew from ear to ear for the lace, or the lace frontal. And if you guys are wondering, I did bleach the knots, and if you guys are interested in how to bleach knots, you guys can just let me know in the comment section down below, and I can definitely make a video of that. And then also the hair, when I first received it, was a yellow blonde color, and I used I think it's the purple shampoo, shimmer shine shampoo, to create this color. So if you guys are interested in what it looked like, I will have all the information on about the wig down in the description, so you guys can just click to see what the hair looked like prior to me shampooing it. But it was like a super like blonde yellow color, and I didn't know how that was gonna look on me, and I've always wanted to do like a silver kind of color, so I decided just to shampoo the hair to create this look. So I am getting to the end of the lace. So when I get to the end of every track, I'm going to create a knot just like we did in the beginning, and then just cut off the thread. It's because you don't want to have any thread hanging out your wig. That wouldn't be cute at all. So when I start a new track, I'll take the wig pins, and as you guys can see right now, I'm just going to pin it exactly where I want to sew it in. And this kind of just helps with placement and all that. So I'm just going to drag it along. I'm going to place it in the middle, and then also on the other side as well, just so that it doesn't move and I don't lose track on where I want to sew the track onto the dome. So, ooh, it looks a little hard. So I'm just going to pin it in the middle, and then right now I'm pinning it on the other side. So after I finish pinning all three areas, I'm just going to start sewing, and it's literally going to be the same process as I did for the lace. I'm just going to stick it through the track into the dome cap, and then I'm just going to pull tight. Sometimes you may catch a few hairs like I did right now, but it's okay. You can just comb it out and it'll come right out. And so I'm not sure if I stated this, but the lengths of the hair, it's 2 bundles of 24, 1 bundle of 22, and 1 bundle of 20. So I used both of the 24 inches, and then I believe I used all of the 22 as well. I don't think I used any of the 20-inch. This hair came out pretty thick, you guys. Like, I was kind of surprised. I didn't even know it was going to be that thick, but I literally thought I was going to use all 4 bundles, but the lace took up, I guess, a good amount of space, surprisingly, so I didn't really need to use that much hair. So basically, I'm not sure if you guys can see, hopefully you guys can, but I'm sewing the first track on, like, right on, like, the how do you say it, like the bottom of the wig dome. So where you have like that thick part, that is where I'm sewing the track onto. And it was a little hard in this area just because that elastic band on the wig cap, there we go, that's what I was trying to say. I'm sewing the first track on the elastic band of the wig cap. Just to talk a little bit about the hair itself, when I received the hair, it was extremely soft, and I was surprised because usually colored hair, especially blonde, does not come extremely soft just because you are dyeing it and bleaching it and all of that. So it does kind of strip those natural like oils and nutrients from the hair. But yeah, for it to be like blonde, it came like super duper soft, so I really did like that. And then also it didn't shed at all when I got it, but because I had to cut the tracks as I'm placing on the dome head. When you cut tracks, your hair is going to start to shed, just because also I didn't seal it either. I think maybe if I like sealed the tracks, that would have made a difference, but I was just like, I don't really need to do all that. But yeah, when you cut your tracks, you are going to get a bit of shedding. I think this is probably the longest hair that I've ever done. I'm lying. Actually, I don't think I have. No, I actually have never done 24 inches. And I loved every inch of it. I've been wanting to do like a super long Nicki Minaj wig for so long, and I'm so glad when this company had reached out to me. I was like, yes, I can finally do my long wig. So we are now at the middle of the dome cap. I did probably fast forward a little bit just because I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, and this video would have been crazy long if I did literally the entire sew-in from top to bottom. So I just wanted to basically show you guys the beginning of how I did it, and then right now we're working on the middle of it, and we're still doing the same loop and pull method across the dome. And then next, after this part, after the middle part, I'm going to show you guys the end of it, which is when we start working on the top of the head closest to the lace frontal. And I'm not really doing anything super special. I'm just going to continue to lay the tracks down. As you guys can see right now, we're now at the top of it. But once we get closer to the lace, the tracks are going to be smaller, obviously, because it gets smaller as you get closer to the lace frontal. And yeah, that's basically it. You guys will see pretty much, I think I'm going to add maybe 2 more tracks in, and then that'll be it. I did leave and you guys will see in just a moment, I did leave maybe like a small little gap. I mean, I could have honestly added maybe possibly 1 more track, but you're honestly not going to even see it because the frontal is going to cover the back of the head anyways. So yeah, let's see. Do 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 do. Just kidding. But also, you guys, I'm not gonna show, so once I finish sewing it in, I'm just gonna show you what the finished product looks like, because I already have a video out of how I install the hair using, I installed it with Got2b glue and the Got2b freeze hairspray. And then I, of course, cut the baby hairs and use product to make them, you know, swoop in the direction that I want them to go in. But if you guys are interested in knowing how I install the hair and how I lay the baby hairs, you guys can definitely refer back to my previous videos, because I do have tutorials on how I do that exactly. So just in terms of how I'm laying the tracks down, you can honestly lay them down as close as you want them to be. It honestly just depends on, you know, how you want the wig to look, how full you want it to look, and all of that. So, you know, the closer you sew them in together, the more space you have, which means the more hair you have, which means the fuller it'll be. So I laid mine down. I did give myself a little bit of space. I didn't do them like super close together just because I sewed the tracks on doubled. So what that means is I doubled the tracks and then sewed them in. So I didn't lay the track on like just stretched out, if that makes any sense. I doubled them and then I sewed them on. But because I doubled them, I felt like I didn't really need to do them super close together, because I already knew that that was already a lot of hair to begin with, and I was just like doubling them and then sewing them on like super close together. It would just be like OD, like I didn't need that much hair. And yeah, so I think I'm about to add one more track in a second. Yep. So that's the little space that I have left, and I'm just gonna add my last track. Well, in a second. Okay, right now I'm about to add the last track. And then after I finish adding that last track, as you guys can see, there's really like a tiny bit of space left over, and you know, I didn't really feel the need to add another one. I was cool with how that looked right there, and I knew the hair was gonna cover it. So yeah, this is pretty much all I did. This is a super simple tutorial. I was trying to be as detailed as possible for you guys. If I did leave anything out, please let me know in the comment section. If you guys have any questions, of course, you can leave them down below as well. And in terms of the needle size, you know, there's different sizes of needles. There's like the jumbo ones, but the one that I have is, I guess, medium sized. I wanted the jumbo ones, but they didn't have any available at the store that I went to. So I was like, whatevs. So I'm done with the wig. I'm just going to show you, I'm just combing it through, and I'm going to show you guys what the final product looks like. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Ta-ta.